Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. I wanted to give a report about Cardano and this proof of burn mechanism. Cardano has gone up significantly in the last couple of days because of the report of this proof of burn mechanism, but we have to understand what it actually is. This does not mean Charles Hodgkinson and the IOHK Foundation is just going to throw a lot of Cardano into the fire and burn it just to reduce the supply. No, it is a mechanism. It's more of like a reward mechanism almost, where let's say you have an ICO, but instead of an ICO where you pay a certain person to get these tokens, it's kind of like a mechanism where there's new coins coming out. You send some coins to a Cardano burn address, and you get this like proof of burn string. And then you submit the proof of burn string to the destination address and you get rewards or the token that you're actually after. So instead of paying and shifting the tokens somewhere else on an ICO, what you are actually doing is burning tokens, reducing the supply of Cardano for an ICO. Now, I don't think this will burn too many of them. I'm sure the burn ratios will actually be quite big. Like one Cardano gets probably several tokens. Because if they actually did the ratio to be really small, then you'd almost burn the supply to zero very, very quickly. And that does not do the ecosystem any real favors. So it's kind of like an ICO thing, except where you spend money to actually get tokens. You would actually burn tokens to actually get these, new like ecosystem tokens. Now, I don't really know how many projects are actually going to take part in this and how many will just do like regular sales. You can also voluntarily send your tokens to these burn addresses to be burned, although I'm not really sure if anyone in their right mind would actually do that. Everyone wants to burn Cardano tokens, but the thing is most Cardano tokens are already out in the wild, so whose tokens are you going to burn? Are you going to volunteer to have your own tokens burned? Well, if not, then you shouldn't really expect anyone else to burn their tokens. I mean, I think a lot of you are actually like thinking about a token like basically combination where they do like 1,000 to 1, whereas if you have 1,000 old tokens, you get one new token. But the thing is, yes, that might pump up price by 1,000x. However, if you really think about it, all that really does is mean you have 1,000 times less tokens, and you wouldn't really gain any money by doing that. So a real burn mechanism has to be voluntary, or you have to give some incentive for people to actually burn. The reason Cardano is doing this is because with EIP 1559, Ethereum introduced a deflationary mechanism, and Binance, we know, burns coins every quarter based on how much money they make. Binance is actually going to burn tokens until they reach an amount of 100 million total supply. So Binance is in constant deflationary mode, and Ethereum after EIP 1559 may actually be in deflationary mode as well. Cardano now has an optional deflationary mechanism, which they would actually introduce, perhaps for tokens that are going to be yet introduced to the ecosystem if the creators choose to do it that particular way. So it is an interesting burn mechanism, but it's not exactly what people expect it to be. It's not like mandatory burn for everyone but you, which is pretty much what everyone seems to want. That's really not going to fly. Charles Hodgkinson was very, very much against that, and I am very much against that as well. That's basically for people who want quick short-term profits and want to burn other people's tokens to get those profits for no apparent reason. You can't just burn someone else's tokens for no other reason than I want to make money. No one is going to sacrifice their tokens for you, nor should they sacrifice their tokens for you. There's been a large criticism against ADA's large amount of tokens, but think about it this way. Each token might be worth more if they had less of them. However, you wouldn't have nearly as many tokens. So your net value does not actually change regardless. But with this, over time, the amount of ADA tokens in circulation could actually be less if this is actually implemented. And eventually, the deflation will push the price up. However, it will be many, many years before this really takes effect in reality. The price might jump because psychologically people think it's going to be significant, but in reality, it actually might not be significant for a long time. But psychology is really all it takes to pump the price of a coin. So if you're like looking for a short-term coin pump, this actually might be the key as well. But that's really what I have for the Cardano proof of burn tokens and what they're actually about. No, they're not burning everyone else's tokens, but they might be incentivized to burn their tokens in the future, which would cause Cardano price to go up because of deflationary pressure. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.